Lake Mirabo invented a spacecraft concept that moves with lasers instead of carrying all its own fuel. The idea belongs to directed energy propulsion, where the push comes from energy sent from outside the vehicle. Instead of packing every bit of power onboard, the laser supplies the push, so the spacecraft can be lighter by design. That shifts the propulsion problem from onboard fuel storage to aiming a beam accurately from far away. So Mirabo's invention mattered as a new spacecraft concept built around light from outside the craft, not a tank inside it. Tekle Station was fully built, yet it stayed closed for nearly 20 years. The station existed as finished infrastructure before passengers could use it. Its name was Tekle Station and the gap was unusually long. The reason is simple in engineering terms: construction can finish before operations begin. A station may be complete but it still waits for the system around it. That left Tekle standing ready but unused for years. The delay was nearly 2 decades before the public could board there. When it finally opened, the same finished structure became active transit infrastructure. One station had waited almost 20 years just to start serving passengers. Meitetsu Nagoya Station uses something called DJ booths for announcements, not music sets. At first, the name sounds like a nightclub term. Here, it belongs to a rail station communication setup. The oddity is simple: the booth is used for public announcements. A music word is doing a transit job. That turns the booth into everyday infrastructure. Instead of performance, it handles station-wide information. So at Meitetsu Nagoya Station, DJ booth means a tool for keeping trains and passengers in sync. Formula One drivers have to wear fire-resistant underwear under their racing gear. It sits hidden under the suit so most people never see it during a race. It is part of the driver's protective equipment, not the car's hardware. The reason is safety. The underwear adds another fire-resistant layer between the driver and heat. In a cockpit, every extra barrier can buy time. That makes the underwear part of the full safety system, alongside the suit and other protective gear. The rule turns a basic garment into equipment with a clear job. So the odd detail is also the point: a hidden layer that helps protect a driver when seconds matter. Most fans never notice it, but the rule is built into the gear. McLaren's MCL-38 ended a 26-year title drought by winning the World Constructors' Championship. That title is the season-long award for the team that scores the most points across both cars. It measures the whole package, not one lucky finish. The MCL-38 became the car that delivered that total for McLaren. Its result was enough to push the team past every rival in the standings. The previous McLaren Constructors' title came in 1998. That gap makes this win a clean break from a long stretch outside the top spot. So the MCL-38 did more than win races. It returned McLaren to the top of the constructors' standings for the first time since 1998. Inazuma was used to answer Genshin Impact's Zelda imitation concerns. Genshin Impact had been compared with The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, so the comparison itself became part of how players read the game. Inazuma was the named region tied to that response. Instead of a patch, the answer was content, a new region inside the game. That made the response public-facing because players encountered it as part of the world itself. That shift changed the conversation from a single comparison to a broader identity. The region carried reputation management weight because it was something players could see and explore. So Inazuma was not just another area to unlock. It became the visible proof that Genshin Impact was being presented on its own terms. The wrecked freighter William C. Moreland's stern became part of another ship. The William C. Moreland was wrecked, but its stern still remained structurally usable. That made it more than scrap metal because a stern is a major ship section with hull shape and framing still intact. Instead of cutting it down into small pieces, builders reused the stern directly during construction of another ship. They treated it as a ready-made structural section, then integrated it into the new hull. That choice saved a large piece of engineered structure from being wasted. It also meant the new ship began with a major section already built instead of starting from raw steel alone. So one vessel's stern kept working in a second life hidden inside a different ship. That is practical reuse on a giant scale, a wrecked ship section becoming part of another hull. Riley Walls's real-time San Francisco parking enforcement tracker lasted only 4 hours before city officials shut it down. Walls built a public website that showed parking enforcement officers moving through the city as the data updated live. The site depended on a live feed, so every new location came from the source in real time. That live feed was the weak point. Once city officials shut it down, the website could no longer keep tracking officers in real time. The shutdown happened just 4 hours after launch, turning a live public tracker into a brief experiment instead of an ongoing service. What remained was simple. The website existed, the feed disappeared, and the public view of those officers vanished with it.